Hello, friends and family. We are coming to you in Phoenix, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Deanna. How are you, girl?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Good. We just pulled up. We just actually just met Deanna, and I seen her, and I said, let me stop and we'll come over here and talk. I see she's got her water bottles. She's got her bags. Deanna, do you want to? How old are you first?
I'm gonna be 32. Well, I'm 32 right now. I'm gonna be 33 next month.
You look good.
Yeah.
I thought you were younger.
I wish, but no.
No, you look good. And where are you from, Deanna?
I'm from White River, Arizona. It's the White Mountain Apache tribe. So yeah, I'm Native American.
Amen. Where's that by?
That's actually about five hours east from here. Yeah.
Down past Tucson?
Yeah, way past Tucson. It's by the St. Carlos Apache Reservation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we're like right next door.
So how long have you been on the streets in Phoenix?
I came out here back in maybe about 4 years ago, but I started off with treatment. Through my treatment, I was in there for my depression, my anxieties, my what do you call that? My bipolar too, because I'm known to be bipolar, so I snap pretty quickly.
Yeah. So that's what our channel's about. It brings mental health, addiction, homeless, and veterans. So you said that you are down originally from the tribe and you were out here getting help.
Yeah.
What happened when you got out?
I graduated from treatment.
Good job.
Yeah, I went all the way almost 3 years sober. What kind of let us out here in the streets was, trying to look for a sober living home. We tried looking for a sober living home, but none of them would take us because the requirements that were asked from us, but we didn't exactly, we weren't eligible for it, I guess. So basically we tried telling the treatment that we were at that we weren't ready mentally. Mentally we knew that we were going to fall off again, and just from the last day of being in treatment, we got transferred to a homeless shelter on 27th and Black Canyon Highway. So we were over there at that place called Red Roof for a little bit, and then I started running around with my sister, getting in trouble, and led me to jail. So I was in jail for about 5 days, got released, went back, and found out that we're kicked out of that homeless shelter. So from there we went down here to this downtown library, and it went out from there, and then we slowly made our ways around, walking around and stuff and meeting different people, and not all these people are bad people.
No, that's exactly what we say.
Some of them are the sweetest.
They're in a bad situation.
Yeah, and we all can relate to what we're all going through, and it's just like people need to understand now, because people that had never been chased out of their home, people that had never had to do squat for themselves, they had everything done for them. They don't understand what it's like to be on this side of the tracks.
Yes.
The way people treat people like that way, it is, I don't know, I don't even know what to say about it, but it's hurtful to see. And why don't you try to put yourselves in our shoes and see how it feels? I've seen a lot of crazy things out here in the past 10 months that we've been out here now, and it's just, whoa. It was a lot to see and a lot to process, and all I know is that I had to stay with my fiance. Me and my fiance came out here together, and we're still trying to help ourselves. The only thing we're basically doing is smoking cigarettes and weed. We stopped smoking meth, and that was pretty much it. We were never bad with drinking. Drinking took my parents from me 4 years ago. My dad died in August, and then my grandfather died in November, and then a month later my mom passed away. So in a 6-month time frame, I kind of lost my dad, my grandpa, and my mom. And my fiance seen me through it, and it was a lot to go through, going through treatment, trying to deal with my depression, my bipolar, and try to get the treatment classes done, and like trying to stay focused on myself, you know, and like trying to process that grieving process too was a lot. So that kind of kicked in my depression, and you know, me going a little bit more out of hand, and I kind of got out of hand from my fiance and took off one night with a friend, and then that next morning went to jail again, and then like went to court, got released, and I'm like completely done with court now, so my name is like completely cleared. So now basically right now all we do every day is just, you know, go to random places and see if they have like, you know, like if they're hiring or whatever. Like basically I'm experiencing anything, like even men's jobs too. So I was raised by my grandfather, my grandparents, very humble people. Yeah, so they, you know, they raised me right. I know right from wrong, and you know, when something's being done wrong to somebody, you know, it's just, sometimes you just got to be that person to stand up and say something for them, because if they're not going to do it, who's going to do it for them? And like, it's hard being out here. Like, we do get help, you know, like food wise and clothing wise and like water and stuff like that. We do get help. It's just a part of trying to get into a homeless shelter is the hardest part, because you know, after being out here and going to CAS and everything, I happened to just randomly adopt a dog, and she's a terrier mix, and her name is Chelsea. She's actually in her backpack right now.
She is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
oh my
I
goodness.
had her for about going on 3 months now.
I'm so cute. Come here, baby.
Yeah, this is Chelsea.
You know,
she's about 10 months now.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she was smaller than this before.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah, she's a spoiled girl. Like, you know, being out here on the streets, you know, people do come up here and pull up here, and you know, they say like, you know, you guys want something to eat, and then we'll say yeah, and then you're like, oh, you got a dog, and then they'll give her like a big old bag of like dog food and water for herself and toys, blankets, everything in it. And she is just so spoiled, man. She gets attention left and right. We got offered money. We got offered weed for her and stuff. And we're like, no, I'm not even selling her. I was like, that's
cute.
My baby right here. But she's a lot. She's a handful. But we like it because she's like really active and she keeps us going too. So,
Yes.
So she's good.
It's, you know, we have a lot of people that say, oh my goodness, homeless people should not be allowed to have animals. From our experience, we're in the streets a lot. And I tell people, you know what? You would be surprised. They treat their dogs better than they treat themselves. I have seen firsthand, they will feed their dogs before they feed themselves.
That's how we are with her, you know, like we almost lost her once. She got sick from us, and you know, we babied her the whole day. I had to carry her in my arm. I had to feed her from my fingers, and she was just like a spoiled brat that whole
She
day.
came through. Well, that's good.
She started pulling through, and I
Good.
was just happy, and you know, like we treat her like our baby, and she's just so adorable. She's a girl, many personalities, and she's also funny too.
So, Deanna, is there any way you could go back to the reservation and get help? Would that be available?
Well, yeah, maybe we can, you know, go into a treatment facility over there on our reservation, and they do help with, like, you know, you graduate from the treatments out there. It's like, you know, they help you get a job, they help you, you know, get into a home or whatever. They help you get your kids back, whatever, you know, they name it. It's all there, but you know, the part of the employment rate is really low out there, like really low. Like, you have to, you know, on our reservation, it's like whatever council members there are, councilwoman, and like, you know, the chairman. It's just like basically like, if you're related to them, then yeah, maybe you do have a chance of getting a job. Other than that, basically, it's just, I don't know. Our employment rate is really low out there, and it's hard to get a job out there because we live like maybe an hour or so away from a big city, Yeah, so from,
So it wouldn't be beneficial to go back?
like we have to travel more than an hour in a car just to, you know.
Do you have a
actually get to the
license?
job. Me, yeah, I have a license. I'm actually on my way to CAS.
Yay!
Yeah, so CAS helps out with that too. You know, IDs, birth certificates, social security cards, and they also help you get back on food stamps and like, you know, get access. And they do help you with like homeless shelters and treatment placements. But the only thing right now, the reason why we haven't get into any treatments or, you know, sober living or wherever right now is because we have Chelsea. Chelsea's not a registered service dog.
So they won't let her at CAS?
She's okay to be there with us, but CAS is like complete overflow. I mean, it is packed there. There are people sleeping on the outside and on the inside, and it is crazy down there. And I can't. I'm like literally scared to be there because, you know, these workers, they tell you, you know, you can't trust anybody here. Like, you can't trust nobody. Like I kind of like learned that, you know, from my fiance. My fiance got so randomly taken what he thought was weed, but it was spice, and it messed him up pretty bad. And I've seen it, like literally, like you can't trust anybody there. So like I don't, you know, when people offer me something and I'm just like, no, I'm okay. Like I'm okay. So I'm kind of like that out here. You know, it's only like dear close friends of ours that, you know, we've gotten to know out here, and we're pretty close with a bunch of them. And all these people, they like being around me and my fiance because, you know, they always see us smiling and laughing, joking, and, you know, we're like picking on everybody, and everybody loves seeing us with our dog too. And she's adored by everybody.